But today I'm just going to share a message that I have for someone who could probably need it. It's nothing, I don't usually make videos. I'm just going to keep putting out there really good reminders, and sometimes there's going to be people who watch that are on the same level as me, or in the same mindset, or going through the same things, or just need that reminder of a little bit of wisdom, because I take time to separate myself from my life and what I know has to occur for my day. I go away from it and I go by myself, and I sit and I open myself up to the spirit of truth and wisdom, and I just pray that my mind can stay focused but not focused at the same time, that I can just allow and just give up any expectations or any control that I think I have over any situation. I started out with doing that and allowing myself to receive what it was that I was supposed to receive in the moment, and just something that would come to me that I know that I need, because yesterday was a really hard day for me emotionally, but it was also an emotional release. And when we do our emotional releases, hopefully we don't shake it up too much, and we allow room for healing. We allow room for growth and learning from it. I'm still working on a lot of things emotionally, because I get carried away sometimes within my own head, and I have to learn to just actually have a focus in that moment. And that's a focus to not go too deep, and a focus to stay uplifted in a piece of my head and remember the goal always. Even in anger, just remember there's a goal, or depression, remember there's a light out still at the end of the tunnel, and that this part is just a part of it all. But when I was writing, I'll just read some parts that what it is to share, what I feel led to share. I think people can remember that there are many layers of allowing, and there's many layers of surrendering. It's not going to be just one moment of allowing or one moment of surrender. Sometimes along with flowing with your enlightenment and allowing healing, it's going to be many layers when you're trying to continuously rise above multiple difficulties. And it's not saying that you're getting yourself stuck, or you don't want to accept what's occurring, if that makes sense. It's just allowing the surrender in each stage with every single thing that you face, as long as you continue to face it and rise above and learn from it each time. So it includes many tests, allowing and surrendering, many layers of surrendering, every belief within every lifestyle, every level of anger, every angle of lust, every angle of control. Within each new life and test lies a new surrender to control, a new test of the new life we want to pursue, of the new level we want to reach. We all come with baggage. We all have been equally yoked, but very uniquely presented and expressed. No two are the same, nor three or more. But the test or task cannot be the same or equal to all or another. I think in the next part I don't want to say just yet, but with that alone, I think it's beautiful to remember to sink into your own, and to sink into yourself, and yourself allow, and yourself to surrender to. Don't have a focus so much as to what it is you're surrendering to. I think if you're at this stage where you want to surrender and you want to allow, I don't think it's going to be you giving into anything evil or negative. There's a divine plan at work, and the spirit of truth travels silently, and it comes to those who are silent. And I don't think that you allowing or surrendering is going to open up your spirit to anything evil or of negative intent. You go in with intention. I've always do that, pure intention. But I think that's beautiful to note. But yeah, no two journeys are the same, and that's kind of how it is. It kind of gives room for and it gives the power to allowing. Because if we all had the same life and living the same life, and we had this moment of, okay, it's time to allow, okay, it's time to surrender, then what would your journey make? And what would your journey be worth? What would your struggles be worth? And what would your depression be worth? I think that's beautiful to note. And something that I put, and I don't know if it resonates with anyone, but I said, but the test or task cannot be the same or equally to all or another, or else the answer, the journey, would all just to be. But isn't that just it? The journey or challenge to be, to just be present, to just be and allow and flow. The value being in the journey, in others, your value being in allowing, the thriving off allowing alone. My choices that lie within each new level for me seems to be my lessons of allowing and not controlling an outcome. Not letting go of my anxiety of not being the one who directs the flow of life, but being a part of it and still playing a huge role. Allowing and becoming a part of a beautiful divine plan and flow doesn't mean that it's taking away your uniqueness, and it's not taking away your power. It's not asking you to give up any power. I think it's the beauty in it. I think that's a part of it, to remember the power that we do have, because within all of this there's also more. There's also choice. There's also the effort we put in. You know, that's still a part of it. It doesn't mean you're giving up power. It doesn't mean you're giving up effort. It doesn't mean you're just giving in and not having to matter in this world. You still make a mark. And I also put, we're blessed. We are so blessed with unwavering amount and almost like an endless amount of love, forgiveness, grace, a chance for a new beginning every single day, a new start and a new life every single day. We are blessed with that reminder. When the sun goes up and sets again, and it continues in this cycle of a constant reminder that there's just room for new. There's room for new beginnings. There's room for new life. And in God's word, it's also that reminder. And what comes with all of that is so many other steps. To forgive and to cleanse, whether that be a baptism of some sort or taking a spiritual bath. You can learn from the battles. You can allow these things to take the forefront, and you can allow things to flow. Allow yourself that doorway. It's already open to you. God promised us just that. It is open to us, and we are fully loved, and we are forgiven, and we are understood as sinners. Yes, we sin, but are we going to learn from that and grow from it and become stronger? I think that all the doors are open to us. It's within our own mind of allowing ourselves and remembering that how powerful and beautiful we are, and that, yes, the step to accepting that fact is so difficult, but it's so much beauty in remembering that, and that's what God truly wants us to remember, I believe. I think, to allow ourselves that doorway, because it's already open to us, and we allow ourselves to walk through to all of that light on the other side. The mind has very, very tough walls to break through or to break down, but that is the journey. That is it. When you're angry, when you're sad, or when you're lost, or when you're confused and you feel overwhelmed, read between those lines and read those messages being sent to you. Why do you feel anxiety, and why do you worry? I think that's part of the journey. That's part of becoming stronger. Allow that to happen. Allow emotion to flow. Allow yourself to feel, and allow yourself to immerse in all of this, because that's part of it. That's the challenge. That's what divides those from the others. You know, who's gonna continue to shed? Who's gonna continue to shed that skin and continue to rise up and to remember that this is new for growth and new ways to reach God, and everything's just renewed, and we're blessed with so much never-ending grace. We have so much, and I think that the mind does have tough walls to break through and to break down, but that being the journey, and That's how we get to where we're going. And we are worthy, and we must begin to believe that. We need to wake up and believe that we are worthy, because we are. I think that along this entire journey, it's remembering that we're worthy underneath it all. Because yes, we're sinners, and yes, we have struggles, but once you read the anger that you have, once you read your addiction, once you read your depression and sadness, that's when you learn from it. That's when you grow from it. And that's when things unfold for you. That's when choices are set in front of you. Very much so, like visually set in front of you of, are you going to choose to learn from this and rise above and trust the steps that are placed before you? Or are you going to continue? Are you going to get comfortable, become stagnant, not aware of what is presented before you? We can, if you have questions on any of this, please ask. There's just messages I feel like a lot of people need to hear, because I definitely needed to get this. We are worthy, and we must believe it. I think the mind will get us there. Don't you all see? Do you all see that it's all important to guard our hearts and minds, to protect our hearts and minds, because this is where all of it lies. Some people have vision. Some people can... they gain wisdom. There's so many gifts of the Holy Spirit. But I think that if we continue to lie in this bed of comfort, of thinking that one day God is going to come from the clouds in human form to come down to this earth. Yeah, it's so possible, and I do not doubt. I don't doubt God at all. But I just think that we got to start somewhere, you guys. Like, we got to wake up. We have to take that difficult step. We got to cry through it. We have to claw through it. We have to do whatever it takes, as long as your intention is to rise above it all. I think that's so beautiful. I think every single day, like even here and after this is your new beginning. Allow it to be so. God has already promised it. So why are humans so delayed? Not why, I know that we are, but we're in such a very low state. I'll say low vibrational state, and things, we get messages slow. We know it. When we get messages from our angels, it's a little bit delayed. We got the message last week, but it took a week for us to interpret it. It's like, that's what it is. We have to start with the mind. And we have to put that work in, that mental and spiritual work in, and use your imagination, everything. Picture yourself accomplishing these goals, because if you can picture it in your head, spiritually, everything, you can actually overcome it. It's so true, because the mind works so much faster than the body, and it just tells you that when the mind moves first, the body will follow. If the mind and spirit move first, the body can follow. Make that choice, put that intention, set that goal, visualize it, feel it, see if that's truly a part of you, follow it, and it will be. I think that's so beautiful to remember, truly. I think to keep that, definitely. Well, there is that for today. I'm going to keep sharing this no matter how many views I do or don't get. I think it's still beautiful to record and put out there, even for a new start for me. As I've filled up this journal, I think now we can start with the videos, journaling. So thank you for watching.